G'day everyone, Master Rabbit here from capsulecomputers.com.au. Today we'll be reviewing a game from Capcom called Resident Evil The Darkside Chronicles. Now, Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles is like a second part of the Resident Evil series of point and shooters. First one was called the Umbrella Chronicles, and this one here is, as you can see, the Darkside Chronicles. Now, starting off, basically, I'm gonna jump in and show you how the game works. I'm gonna go in and select one of my save files, going in there, and just approving and clicking on yes. Now, moving on. Now, basically, the game is set up into we've got different set of options here. You've got archives, which you pick up and shoot along the way. They're like little hidden extras that you find within the game. I'll run through very quickly on this one. Now, when you do pick up stuff in the game, when you shoot it, in other words, it does appear in the archive section. So you've got, for instance, characters. So if I jump into characters quickly, these are the characters that you unlock and see and then meet along the way in the Darkside Chronicles adventure. So, for example, I'm not going to ruin it for anybody. I'm not going to show you who these guys are. But as you can see, once you unlock certain characters, you've got like Leon here. And it's like in Resident Evil 4, if you remember, when you pick up the little toys, and it'll show you, for example, if I click on camera view, you can zoom in and out, and you can see what the character looks like. And it's like a little toy, like how we used to pick up the toys in Resident Evil 4 that you can unlock when you do those little special missions. So basically, that's the character section under Archive. You got the 3 different chapters as well. You got Operation Javier, which is the new chapter that we've never seen before. Then we've got Memory of a Lost City, which is Resident Evil 2. And then we've got the Game of Oblivion, which is the Resident Evil Code Veronica. That's a great chapter as well. All right, moving back. We've got enemies as well, so the archives basically run through different styles of enemies that you encounter per chapter. As up the top, you got the Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil the Umbrella Chronicles. All right, jumping back. As you can see, we've got the items. Now, when you do unlock special items, they do appear here, and you can have a look and check them out as well. You've got text notes, which is the files, as you would, pick up when you're playing, like the normal Resident Evil games. You got like your files, information on certain things, like for example the Raccoon Police Department. It's like it brings up a log, and you can read through the information that, and like backstory of, the data files that you pick up. Now that's good. I'm not going to wreck it for anything. So that's the text files. Jumping back one more time. Okay, then you've also got movies. So any movie that you unlock during the game will appear. So these are the 4 ones that I've unlocked so far in Operation Javier. Then you've also got the Resident Evil ones, which Resident Evil 2, which I've done, and then the Code Veronica as well. So once again, I'm not going to wreck it for anybody. I'm not going to show you anything. Same thing with voices. And the last one is titles. Titles is like a little mini achievements. For example, you've got like this one here, which is head shooter. So if I click on that, that'll basically tell me that I've unlocked an achievement, which we call like a title, and you have pulled off 50 headshots. So there are a lot of different achievements, if you want to call them. Capcom have actually titled them titles, so basically they're just a little bit different in name structure. So yeah, there are a lot of them, as you can see. They've got 2 pages and I think 3 pages worth of titles that you can unlock, and you'll be able to probably figure those ones out. I'm not going to give you any hints or tips on them. So jumping back out, now the score works pretty much. With every level that you do, you can see what you've done in every section of the game. So for instance, if I go into Lost City, it'll tell you what I've done on normal. You've got easy, difficulty, normal, and hard. And each chapter is rated by difficulty, and you can see how much you've gotten and what your score was with each level. So that's pretty much simple. The game can be done, as you know, the game can be played in single player and also in multiplayer too. Alright, so jumping back out all the time, back out one more time. You got the Wi-Fi connection settings, which are good. If you like, you can play and then lodge your score online with other people overseas, all over the world. Last one I'm going to talk about is the customize. This is the same as it is in Resident Evil 4 and 5, where you can upgrade. As you collect money during each mission, and after each mission you can go in and customize every weapon you've got. So you go through the different weapons you've collected, You can customize each one, put more money in and upgrade for each part or each section of the gun, like power, fire rate, reload, and that sort of stuff as well. So jumping back out one more time, now I'll take you into the game. Alright, now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you into one of the sections. We'll go through the Resident Evil 2 one, as one everyone would probably be familiar with. We'll go through as you can see, every chapter, there's chapter 1, like I said, and it goes around in chapter 3. Chapter 4 there, Chapter 5, Chapter 6, Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. What we'll do is we'll start off with the first chapter, because I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of how the game plays. You can choose either two characters, and you can see the perspective from both sides, depending on which one you want to play as. We'll play as Claire, and let the mission load. Before the mission loads, you've got an option to choose all the different type of weapons you can carry with you. You've got them on the left-hand side. You've got the left-hand side is what you've got. The right-hand side is what you can take and move over into your little slot. I'm going to leave it as default. You can change them at any time anyway, so whenever you feel like, you can just start it up and you press on the C button on the Wii nunchuck, and that will take you in, and you can change the options within the game while you're playing. Now, this is the movie. As you know, a lot of people would be familiar with the Resident Evil 2 storyline. So this basically follows it very, very well. But as you know, it's a shooter on rails. So you can't control where you're going. So I'm going to skip this and let the game start so we can get through to the game. So here we are. Basically, on the screen, you've got your pointer, and with the B button, that will let you shoot. Move the controller out of the way. As you can see, if I shoot like this and then I flick it up out of the way, it will shoot. It will reload. Now, if I press the C button will take you into the main menu. As I was showing you before, you can choose a different type of weapons and allocate them. So jump back out. Now, you've also got the button underneath the nunchuck, which actually lets you use the knife. If people get close to you, you can do that. You got the up and down, left and right on the nunchuck to change your weapons. Now you got the handgun, which has got unlimited weapons, but it does reload, and you've always got to update that. Apart from that, that's pretty much it. You got the A button, which will pick up stuff. As you can see, the controller changes when you pick that up, and then basically you go for it. You got zombies at all locations, and you've got lots of different hidden locations as well that you've got to try and shoot off and pick up hidden extras, as I said, like the umbrella files and the log files and everything, and they're everywhere. So you've got to pretty much shoot at everything that you see within the game. Now they're everywhere. Like for example, you could probably shoot the rubbish bin, and the rubbish bin unlocks like a little coin. The coin, as you know, the coin unlocks, and you can use that for upgrade weapons and stuff like that. And that's basically it. So the game is a shooter. It's just like the original Umbrella Chronicles. It's very, very fun. The storyline follows a storyline of the Resident Evil series. In this situation, the Resident Evil 2, and also Resident Evil Codename Veronica, and a new one, the Resident Evil Javia. Now it is a fantastic game. The actual graphics are amazing. The movies that you can see in the cutscenes are fantastic. And the storyline is good. It's really, really good. Like they do throw some extras in. As you know, this is the level of. Let me just pick up a couple of weapons here on the counter, and that's the guy that let us in when you play Resident Evil 2. As you can see, he's been attacked by zombies already. So there's a little bit of the story changes, but pretty much it does follow the strict storyline of Resident Evil. In this situation, Resident Evil 2. Fantastic game. A lot of action. It's never boring. And the action with the Wii remote is good. It's hard sometimes to get a shot at, because you're always moving, so it's pretty much it doesn't make it very simple for you. But that's the challenge, and that's the good fun about it as well. So as I said, you can pick up a lot of things. You can shoot things off, and when you shoot things off, there you go. For example, press A button, I pick up a grenade. So for instance, if I wanted to throw a grenade, I could just throw it like that, and that would kill those zombies over there. So that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna jump out of the menu and take you back into the. Well, I'm just gonna leave you here. So pretty much, Master Abbott from Capsule Computers would like to give Resident Evil The Darkside Chronicles a 9 capsules out of 10. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic game. It does follow the strict storyline, but in its own special way, which is fantastic. If you're a fan of the Resident Evil series and also the shooters, this is a must. So go out and grab it right now. It's available at every good store that you can pick up your games at. Master Rabbit signing out. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good one.